G'day guys, look, I'm just out here on the patio here today, waiting for my hair to dry, right? Yeah, and it's a bit breezy out here, and you know, well, just thought I'd confide a couple of interesting little things to you, know. I mean, I like to keep in touch with all the divine feminines out there, like, you know, like me, you know, because we need a little bit of help along the way with our spiritual journey, right? Now, look, I've got to tell you, a couple of things happened to me yesterday, which sort of alerted me to the possibility of an interference in the force, if you know what I mean. And I'm sure you do. We're all dealing with the same bullshit, aren't we? Well, look, see how all the fingernails on that hand, perfectly normal, right? What do you see there? Well, first of all, that fingernail's been broken off quite close, right down quite low. And this one, not so badly, but it has been decapitated, right? Now, what does that tell you? Obviously, I gave someone the finger on ex-Twitter, right? Somebody who didn't like me. Somebody who got back at me by decapitating my little finger, right? Yeah, that's clear. Now, the other thing is, what's that finger? What's that finger represent? The third finger on the left hand. What is that? Yes, that's the ring finger. That's the finger that you wear your engagement ring, your wedding ring on. Yeah. So, either my divine masculine is pissed off with me and he's cut off my fingernail, you know, out of spite, whatever. Or, here's the other possibility, which is far more likely. This karmic, this evil karmic, this conniving bitch, is very jealous of me and my divine masculine. And what she's done, she's cut my fingernails off. Yeah, but she didn't quite cut that one. She didn't do a real good job on that one, but she's didn't like when I gave her the little finger, eh? Yeah, anyway, look, that's just one thing I wanted to check. Now, get off that subject because I've, you know, explained all that to you, and now, you know, you'll all be aware of what goes on out there in the universe, won't you? Yeah. Okay, well now the next thing is, before I get on to telling you about the conversation that I overheard up in the Astral realm last night, you know, Mike and Gabe and Raphael was passing by actually, he was sort of involved. Anyway, look, Raph, they call him Raph. That's his nickname, in short abbreviation. You know. Anyway, look, before I get on to that, I'm just going to tell you this story, right? And this is an absolutely true story, right? Absolutely bloody true story, right? Now, when I was a child, I had this doctor, Dr. John Miller, which passed away years ago, right? Years ago. But he was a brilliant guy, right? A really brilliant doctor. But for the life of him, he couldn't pass an exam, right? I think it took him 12 years to get his medical degree, right? And what actually transpired was he sat for his final exam 3 times, and on the third go, he actually managed to just slip through with about 51% or something. And they said, oh yeah, right, John, we're sick of seeing you bloody mug around here. Gave him his medical degree, pissed him off, got him out of university and out there practising, you know, general practice. Well now, this guy was absolutely bloody brilliant, right? I'll just give you one example. He was a brilliant diagnostician. This is one example. There was a girl, well, she's 23. Her name was Ruth Rolfe. And she had a little daughter, Penny, I think. Penny was about 3, something like that. And she was a married mum, you know. She lived up the road from us. She was a pretty little thing with dark, short hair cut in a fringe, you know, and she pranced down the road every day in her little shorts, and everyone loved her. She was a sweet little girl. Well, one night she was taken suddenly very, very ill. And they rushed her into hospital, and they couldn't make out what was wrong with her. Anyway, her doctor was Dr. Morton. He had blitzed through his exams. I mean, he knew John Milton really well. They were great mates, right? And practising in the same town as Stanthorpe. Anyway, Morton, he couldn't figure out what was going on with Ruth. He could see her sinking, and he thought, I'm going to lose her. She's going to die. Anyway, so he phoned up John Milton. And he said, John, quick, can you get up to the hospital, mate? He said, I've got Ruth Rolfe here, and I don't know what the hell's wrong with her. He said, I'm assuming kidney failure. I just don't know what it is. Anyway, so John Milton was flying up there to the hospital. It's quite a bit of a ride, with a distance from his residence up in High Street to Hospital Hill, you know, top of town. But anyway, he gets there, he's flying in. He stands at the end of the bed. He just takes one look at Ruth Rolfe and he says, meningitis. Doesn't have to examine her. Just looks at her. This is what he was like. He operated solely on divine intuition. Highly developed soul. And yet that guy couldn't pass an exam. Struggled for years. And this is the other thing. When he was a little boy, he actually never spoke a word till he was 5 years old. And anyway, one day, he was in the company of his mother and his auntie, and they were discussing something, and all of a sudden, 5-year-old John, mute child, comes out with this sentence this long. Beautiful enunciation, like something out of bloody Shakespeare, right? And his mother and auntie, you know, they're floored. When they got their breath, they said, well, John, why did you never speak before? He said, I have nothing to say. You see? Now, that story plays into this story that I've got to tell you. I was up there last night and I came across Mike and Dave having this conversation, right, about divine intervention. Intervening divinely, right? Anyway, so what happened was, Mike said, you know, Gabe, he said, I don't know. He said, this stuff they send us down to divinely intervene on, you know, divinely intervened, he said, some of it's a bit dodgy, isn't it, you know? But he said, look, let me tell you about this. He said, I got the call, they gave me the GPS, and they said, get down there to the Netherlands and you know, divinely intervene. There's this 2-year-old child underneath this giant bloody bull, sitting under this giant bull, and we want you to get him out of there quickly, you know, you haven't got much time, you better get down and get him out before he gets trampled, see? And Mike says, oh, yeah, okay, righto, so he flies down there, and then post haste, he's at the speed of light, or faster, I think it was the speed of light. Anyway, he gets there, and there's this kid there, a 2-year-old kid, and he's looking up at the bull's donger, you know, all these hairs hanging off it, and he's thinking, oh, I could pull that cord, you know. And he's about to pull it, you know, when Mike shoots in, grabs him and drags him out. When he gets him out, the kid looks at him, he says, Mum, Dad, see? And Mike says, can you say thank you? And he said, Dad, Dad, Mum, Mum. And he said, oh, Christ, this kid's 2 and he can't even bloody talk. And he said, what did they send me down to save this kid for? He said, it's obviously not very bright. Anyway, so he flies back home, Thinks, I'm going to get the bottom of this, see? So he rings up the divine panel. This grievances flow. And Michael says, who am I talking to? Just know which one. There's 50,000 on the divine panel, something like that. Doesn't know who he's talking to. And he says, Lennon here. And Mike says, oh, Vladimir. Oh, you did a mighty job for the Russian people. Not, lovely to speak to you. He said, no, I'm a Liverpool bloke. He said, you're talking to John Lennon, Beatles, He said, what's he doing on the bloody divine panel? And he said, well, what are you doing on the divine panel, John? And he said, oh, well, I'm a man of peace. I did a lot for world peace. And Mike said to him, but you're a bloody heroin addict. John said, well, yeah, I was, but all that work I did for peace, cancels that out. Like, Anyway, Mike and Dave were saying, you're a bit bloody dodgy and gets chosen to sit on the divine panel, isn't it, Anyway, they were standing there, bitching about this to each other. Raphael flies by these, and Mike says, hey, Raph, over here, mate, over here, I want to talk to you. Hey, g'day, Raph, hey, Raph, have you seen the big fella lately? Raph says, well, not since 1984, why? And Mike looks at Raphael and he says, what? We saw him in 2000. You mean you haven't seen him since 1984? Christ. Well, look, we know with all that, George Orwell stuff in the 1984, there's a lot of divine intervention going on at that time. They had us run off our bloody feet. And then 2000 came and, right, bit prior, last day of the year in 1999, good God, how many suicides did you prevent? Gabe? Yeah, see? Gabe says over 5,000, and I did over 3, right? All these buggers want to top themselves because they thought it was the end of the world. Well, look, I realised that the big fella, he was pretty busy at that time, right? He was, and we understand that. But look, the fact of the matter is, nobody's seen him since then. And here we are, 2024. We don't know what the hell's going on, do we? Do we, Gabe? No, we don't. No, we have no bloody idea at all what's going on. We're all in the dark. We're all, I don't know, totally bloody bamboozled. There's all this crap going on down there. Yeah, nobody gets called to divinely intervene. Do we, Gabe? No. It's a bit odd, eh? A bit odd. Yeah. Anyway, just thought I'd tell you guys that. And getting back to my fingernails, up here on Tambourine Mountain where I live, there's no curbing channeling, right? Because they know what I would do if I had curbing and channeling, don't they? Yeah. I'd be sitting in the gutter getting free manicures. They're not going to give me divine channeling. No curbs and gutters for me. No channeling whatsoever. No bloody way. But anyway, I've got back at them. I haven't paid me rates for 3 years. And it's a standoff, you see. It's a stalemate. look, you know, like Ukraine, it's a standoff, it's a stalemate. I refuse to pay my rates until they give me curbing and channeling so that I can have a proper manicure without having to spend a fortune on emery boards. Right? Yeah. Now, the other thing is, I'm sitting here wearing a tent, an orange tent. The thing is, I'll give you a look at it. Look at this, look at this, look at that. What are you supposed to do? Look, the thing is, you go online and you order something in your size, and when it turns up, you know, it's massive. I might as well be wearing an army tent. Not that I've ever been in the army. Oh, I've got no idea what it's like to be wearing an army tent, but look, you know, remember that movie with Goldie Hawn, you know, where she falls overboard off the luxury yacht, and she gets reunited, you know, or she doesn't get reunited. She gets tricked by this guy who's obviously her divine counterpart, you know, her attended. It's a real husband in real life. You can see that there, you know, that they're, you know, divine masculine, divine feminine. You know, you can see that. But anyway, when she arrives at his house, he's bullshitting her. You know, he tells her that she's the mother of his 3 kids, you know, snotty-nosed little brat, you know. Anyway, he's gone down to St Vinny's and he's brought all these dresses, right? And they're all 10 times too big for her, 10 sizes, I should say, too big for her. And God, she's walking around the tent, just like this one, right? Well, that's how I feel. I feel like someone's done the dirty on me, played a trick on me. You know, deliberately sent me these tents in the mail, so I look completely bloody ridiculous. So, mate, will I wake up and realise, you know, who I am? I mean, eventually. Will I wake up and realise I actually own a luxury yacht? Yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, look. I'll sign off for now. And I hope you've enjoyed our little chat. Because I enjoyed it. And my hair's nearly dry. Look, I'll just give it a bit of a ruffle up. You know, you've got to get into it like this. This is what I do. And give it a bit of a ruffle up, round and round like that. Okay. It's nearly dry. We're going pretty well here, aren't we, eh? You know, does it look dry yet? I think it's nearly dry. Yeah, okay, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.